Hey everybody, so thanks again for working with this week. So since I'm not going to be able to be there to talk about this project, I wanted to make sure to at least do a video to go over and describe exactly what this project entails. So you're going to be making a 5 to 10 minute video on the project topic that you've already selected. If you're not sure what your topic was, go back, look at the documents where I listed everything out with the resource paper and the video, and that's where it's at. If you still have questions, come talk to me, shoot me an email, I'm happy to help out. So you're going to be uploading this to YouTube because I think that's part of the goal that I have for you is to learn how to upload and how to do this so that if you wanted this in your classroom, this is what you can do. So the assignment tab is only going to be accepting hyperlinks to the YouTube videos. Now, with this, if you look at the rubric that's posted, you will see that the video length is going to be between 5 and 10 minutes. So a 3-point instead of 5 points is if you're at 10 minutes and 1 second, that's going to give you 3 points instead of 5 points. Now, if you're embedding videos into it and you play it, that is part of that 5 to 10 minutes. Now, if you say, oh, click here and go here, that necessarily won't be part of the 5 to 10 minutes, but that also, when we get into multimedia and simulations, multimedia down below, that's not going to be part of a multimedia because it's not kind of embedded into it. So you kind of need to think about what it is you want to do with it. Now, the reason why I have 5 to 10 minutes is because that's what research shows is typically the length of attention that your students are going to have when viewing these type of videos. So it can be a little bit challenging, so we need to think about how do I best use those 5 to 10 minutes. Now, the content, this is one that could be a sliding scale. I'm mostly looking for that there's no mistakes in the content with it. So as long as you have no errors, you do a good job covering your standard, this is where you're going to get the full 20 points. With the connections, now, like I've highlighted here, that if you're doing, for example, a PowerPoint and you're videotaping yourself PowerPointing it, I want to see a specific slide, something like how does this connect to you, or this topic in you, or where do I see this in everyday life. Don't try to hide it in the presentation. Don't be talking about something, it's like, oh, so when you do this, this is how it works. And so you want to really bring it to the forefront to make that connection to the students, because this, again, is something that if you can get your students tied in and bought into what it is that you're doing, it helps with their ability to understand and relate the content. The video quality, so as long as I don't have any issues of quality with the sound, you're going to be good to go. Sometimes what happens where students lose points on this is that they're talking normally and I can hear it, then they switch to something else and I have to turn the volume up higher to hear that particular section so that when the student starts talking, it's kind of blasting in the ears. So as long as I watch the video, I can hear the whole thing, we're good, no problems there. So misconceptions, again, this is just like the connections. Kind of make it its own slide. Don't be talking about a topic and say, well, you might be thinking that this is what happens here and this is wrong and this is why. But again, don't hide it like that. Just bring it to the forefront with its own specific spot. Make sure you tell me what it is, what is the correct idea, and most importantly, why do students have this way? Why do they think this way? We don't want to tell them that they're wrong, but we want to say, like, look, we understand that you think this. This is why you think this, and this is how what you can do to think the correct way for what we're accepting in science. The presentation with this one, I want to make sure that it's going to be something that your students are actually going to want to watch. So the biggest way to make sure you're okay on this is that you want to think that you're actually more talking to the students and not, here's a PowerPoint and I'm going to read what's being said and it's going to be in a monochromatic voice and I'm not going to change my pitch, but I'm basically going to be reading what it is that you're seeing on the PowerPoint screen in the lesson that I present. Not that all exciting. I'm going to get bored pretty quickly. If I find myself flipping other videos while I'm grading it, that means the presentation is not going to be very exciting for your students either. So you can throw in jokes, voice inflection. But again, the biggest thing is that you want to be actually, like I'm doing here, is I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you as you're watching this video. I'm not, presentation does not keep attention. That's 1 point. Presentation would keep the attention of teachers, but not students for very long. That would be 3 points. And so finally, so that's kind of your presentation. Finally, you have multimedia. So this is what you're incorporating into your video. Now, you have different mediums. When I'm saying, you're using just one medium, well, one medium might be just presentation would be just a PowerPoint, where here's a PowerPoint slide, and I advance it, and then I advance it, and then I advance it, and then I advance it. If you include pictures, that's another medium. If you embed a video into it, if you embed a simulation into it, you're dictating into it, you're including yourself. So, for example, how you have the ability to see municipal. That's another medium that's being embedded into it. So these are all different mediums that you can use within your video to enhance the quality of your presentation. Now, again, I'm not, and I wasn't planning on spending time teaching you how to make the video. That's part of the project in addition to the content. And remember, your students, your colleagues, your classmates are going to be watching these videos as well too. If you have questions, you have a student technology center in the library that is designed specifically to help you with these type of technology tasks. The other thing that you can do is you can always make an appointment with me for office hours. I'm going to be on campus Monday, I'm going to be on campus Friday, and I'll be on campus next week as well too. And I'm going to be more than happy to help you out with any questions you might have. So if you do have questions, contact me and I'm happy to help you out. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.